Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how to go from 0 to 200k so you can get some of your favourite team of the seasons and definitely not waste it on the Kaka SBC because EA have absolutely snaked us. Of course, guys, we're giving away 7 copies of EAFC, so if you don't want to spend money on the next game and you want it for free, make sure to subscribe and send proof over on Instagram and you'll be entered in. We're giving the copies away at 14k and we're only 300 subs away, so we get ever so close. And as usual, if you want coins in a bit of a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. I'm going to do a little bit of PR for EA first of all and just say we've got one good thing that's came out of the Kaka SBC, and that's 2 new free 2 rare gold player packs. So we've got this one here and this one here. So you want to complete these first of all, no matter what coinage you're on. If you're sat on 1 million coins, 2 million coins, whatever it is, go and complete these, because these simple SBCs get you 2 tradable players back, and the 2 tradable players you get are usually actually quite good. I know that sounds quite unrealistic because it's a 2 rare gold pack. You know, it's probably not that good as what a lot of people would think, but it actually really is. A lot of you guys who watch more of the videos will actually have seen we packed some really good players in them, you know, team of the seasons, high rated fodder, things like that. And you know, if you're selling it, you're going to make some coins off of it, or if you're using it as fodder, you're going to save yourself some coins. So either way, it works well. You've got 76 days to complete, but pretty much any time an Icon SBC comes out, first thing I do is get these SBCs done. Now, I don't know why EA ruined this Kaka card. It had so much potential. I don't know. Essentially, they forced the guy who was looking to do the card, apparently, obviously, allegedly, they forced him to do Kaka because Kaka's like an ambassador of the event. Now, I do think there's a slim possibility that the guy got to the event, Kaka was there. We can't do the second one, as you can see, but the guy got to the event, Kaka was there, he got starstruck, and he said, yeah, I want Kaka card, but realistically, EA have probably done us all dirty. So we're going to open this pack, and then we're going to get into some more ways, as always, that you can get some cheaper cards. But you can see here that we do have 3 of these packs, so I can show you good examples. We'll skip the first one. Doesn't look like this is a banger, but oh, right, it actually was. So Sergio Busquets, 85 rated. Right now, it's probably going for about 15k. So bearing in mind, I put 11 rare silvers in, 15k back for that. Unreal return. Let's do the second one. Hopefully, we can get a walkout or an 84. That would be lovely. 83, they're going for a little bit right now, so that's 5k back. Essentially, right now is the time that those packs are the most valuable, because realistically, what you're getting back, a lot of cards are worth something right now. So even if you don't get a good return, there's still a good return. You know, it doesn't have to be a good player. So 82 there, that's not great. We'll still get some coins for him, as you can see. So it's a win-win. What we are going to do first of all is just going to go through some of the old book golds that you may have forgotten. So firstly, we're going to go over to, this is just to kind of get you guys on the coin amount to be able to do the methods. Now, if you have no coins, you do obviously need to build some, and in order to do that, for battles, big rivals, moments, or take yourself over to the club section of everything and start quick selling the stuff you don't need because it simply isn't worth having. So here, gold rare, MLS, Italy, really simple at the minute. 84s are up. You can make a good amount of coins off these 2. It's an honourable mention. We've talked about it before, but you got to get it in your system because it's a really good one to just have in your locker there. Similarly, if you take yourself over to the letter C, we've got Croatia. If you go over to the Premier League, once again, 284s, really simple filter, Perisic, Kovacic, and you're going to make a ton there. You can also take yourself over to Premier League, Gold Rare, and Chelsea. You're going to find yourself in the Cam selection, and what you're going to get is you've got Ziyech, you've got Havertz, and you've also got Mount. So you've got 284s and an 83, but because they're all up right now, very easy filter to make yourself some coinage. Finishing off with an old book gold, we've got Gold Rare Spain and Premier League and City, so Rodri and Laporte. So don't worry, guys, I'm not going to rattle through filters the whole video. I will show you more in depth for some of them, but I've got to show you a way to make coins in the first place. Now, if you don't have any coins and you're struggling with those methods, just drop me a comment or an Insta DM and I'll try and do my best to help you as well. Bear in mind, I do have a job as well as YouTube, so sometimes my replies are a little bit slow. But what we are going to do is we're going to move over to promo cards because it's where all the bang for your buck is. So first of all, you can go over to Foot Birthday Icon. You do have some options here once you've got to 100k. I know this is a little bit of a jump up, but it's a good place to have a look if you've maybe got, I think it's 85, maybe 70k. Obviously, you need to check the minimums of the players. There are a few here who will touch minimum price, but I believe their minimum is about 60. So actually, where right now they're going for about 73, looks like 75 there. Let's have a look at what Rui Costa's minimum is. If it is 75, I do apologize. That is a big L from me. Oh my god, it's 11k. Surely not. Right, apparently these guys can go for min price, which is pretty crazy to me. But what that does mean is a little compare price when you've got 75k isn't going to hurt at all, because all you got to work out, EA tax, they're going to sell for about 74. So EA tax on that, 10% is 7.4. Half that, you're looking at roughly 4,000 coins. So if you snipe at 69k, you're just over break even, not massively, but like 300 or 400 coins. What you really want to do, I would say, is snipe at maybe 68, 67. You're looking at a few thousand coins profit. So nothing major, but it's a good little profit. You can sit there, spam it out. There isn't going to be a lot of people set on this filter because for birthday icons are mid. They are essentially not very good cards, so it's a good one that you can go over, spend a little bit of time on and not have too much competition. Similarly, of course, you've got things like Future Stars, Centurions. I mean, Centurions, in theory, a nice little one there, which I never thought would become a filter in the way it has now. You've got Kimpembe and you've got Verratti. Now, of course, we are going to have to ignore Neymar because, you know, he has a little bit of a value, but if we take ourselves to like 60,000 coins, I'm actually still just, it's so baffling to look at this. I couldn't afford this Verratti a little while ago, and I literally packed his team of the season earlier, and I was gagging for this Verratti, and now I've got Tots Verratti, and I'm like, he's not even getting in my squad. It's so mad how the cycle of this game goes, but we're used to it by now. It's just weird to think about. But 45k there we've got for our man Verratti. Now, of course, I'm expecting that his card here will be able to be purchased for less than that, but we obviously got to check. EA do mess up price ranges quite regularly, but we got 11k on this one. So for this one, you probably want to realistically lower it by about 3k just to cover EA tax and a little bit more. Then if you go to about here, 41,500, maybe a little lower, you're absolutely laughing. It's a really easy filter, and you can kind of just sit there and wait around till you get your big snipes. If you want to get more profit, all you got to do is lower the max buy now. It's not really too technical, but it's going to save you some coins, it's going to make you some more, and you might get a little bit more bang for your buck in terms of the time you're spending. And a really nice one you could do, Fantasy Foot and Premier League. Now we've got Ruben Diaz obviously on the top end of this. He's a little bit more expensive because I think his card is so good that it's really held the value, but because you've got the likes of Jota on the lower end of it, about I think probably 100k by now, I doubt he's really going for, really? He actually goes for like 100. Now, if you buy this Jota card right now in Tots with the cards are out, you are nuts. You can literally get Tots Kane, who is definitely better than this card. But 130k realistically for a sell-on. EA tax, it's going to be about, I want to say 7k. So it's like has so little profit there, that 122. It's so tempting, but it's literally like just on the mark of where I'd say it's probably a little bit too low to really be picking up. I mean, if it was a 120, absolutely. We can do a bit of compare price on it. That one's not a bad one to compare price from, but it's gutting that it's just off the mark there. Obviously, EA tax on 130, it's 13k halved, it's like 6.5. So that we're going to be looking at, what, like 2k profit. When you're spending 130k, I can't really be justifying 2k profit, but you can see there's the availability there. If that guy just put him up for 120, he would absolutely be in the money right now. Unfortunately, he was greedy. He went for 122. I mean, why would you list for 122 when 120 is an option? Do you know what I mean? Round it up. Now, if we take ourselves over team of the season, you can pretty much make a ton of combinations now. We've pretty much got the whole tots, and you can kind of pick what price budget you want to go for. But on the lower end, I mean, League One, really simple. Most of them are trash, so you can do a lot on the lower end. If you do want to get rid of Samba, it's a little bit more difficult now. Now we're a little bit further in because chemistry styles have been placed. You can't really do the sort of basic chemistry style because all the cards other than Samba will have a chemistry style on them. So unfortunately, it doesn't work as well to get keepers out kind of just after they've released. But when we take ourselves down to around 35k, you're looking at a good little solid filter for their lower end of things. So that's a nice one if you've only got about 30. If you do want to increase your values, there's a few ways you can do it. A good one right now, I would say, would be if there's a way we can get forward from Spurs. Obviously, you've got the likes of Kane and Son. So I just want to check what kind of price range those guys are on, see what we can do to maybe get a good filter out of them, because that would be a solid one. I think Kane is looking like around probably 80k now. 150, so definitely more than what I was expecting. If we put the minimum buy now at 100k, max buy now at 150, 150 we'll do special. Who we got? Okay, we have a few other cards in the mixer here. How do we get rid of them? What's their kind of limits. We've got Perisic not really helping the scenario. So that one looks like he's a bit of a miss. But what might be a little bit better is if we just get the forwards from Prem Tots. Unfortunately, you know, I try to be transparent with you guys. If we do find a filter that's a miss, I will pop it in just to show you that, you know, I'm not only just showing you the good stuff. So we've got forwards from the Prem. I suppose might as well whack in England because it just makes it easier. It leaves kind of everyone else out. Essentially, we're looking at Saka and we're looking at Kane. Now, realistically, of the two, you are going to get Kane more because he's cheaper, because he's just not as good. I am, of course, sorry, guys, if facts do offend you, but Kane just simply isn't as good as Saka. I'm not even an Arsenal fan. Kane, I just think, is absolutely useless. Everyone gasses him up every time he gets an England shirt, but he is just flipping useless. And he's going to ruin his career. He's basically Eden Hazard, but instead of going to another club and ruin his career, he just stayed and ruined his career, which is, I guess, nice. It's a bit more unique. But we're looking at about 40k for our James here, so that's a nice little one as well. You've got a ton because of Team of the Season that is just easy to literally go league, club, whatever you want. There are so many options with that. Unfortunately, because of Team of the Season as well, we have lost a lot of availability with our other methods. What I would say is moments are, I guess, a tricky one as well, because there's not many teams. There's not many leagues that have good moments. The one that would be good is Serie A, because we have Di Maria, you have Quadrado, both of them really good, and then you also have Tomori. All three of these cards have actually held quite good value. So weirdly, I packed all three of them, and they're all actually very solid in game as well. So I think that's kind of contributed towards it. This one, really easily, you can just spam out 160k. Now bear in mind, Tomori's really not that much higher than this, so you really have an opportunity to make a ton there. And thinking of that, is Tomori the only English moments card? Or we do have, yeah, we have James, but there's levels to this game, and obviously, clearly, Tomori is the better defender. Obviously not in real life. In FIFA, I think that James card is absolutely woeful, but that Tomori card can sit on my face. Nonetheless, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Of course, methods are drying out, so I'll make sure the content doesn't. But bear in mind, we might switch up a little bit. We'll have a few like yesterday with the packs videos and things like that. So drop a like down below if you've enjoyed this, or, you know, you just want to be nice. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And subscribe.